Coach, they love their crab cakes and they love their football. That's what Maryland does. And we are at M&T Bank Stadium down near the Inner Harbor of Baltimore. The two teams emerging from their respective tunnels a minute ago to the approval of this Baltimore crowd. They're all set as their Ravens will match up with Andy Dalton and the Cincinnati Bengals. Set to go now in Week 6 of the NFL season, and we are underway on EA Sports. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback.
Let's go.
They go to the former Saint, Mark Ingram. And he'll hope that this is not a sign of what's in store as he has to fight just to get back to the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play. It'll be second down. He shows you right there, he can do more than just cover in the secondary from that free safety position.
Yeah, the evolution of the position has really been significant, hasn't it? Because a lot of teams no longer have a safety designation. They just have safeties. So wherever the ball is, one can be close to the line of scrimmage, one can be deep, and vice versa. On that play, how about that tackle we just saw? Pretty nice.
Now a deep ball there on second down, but it'll wind up incomplete.
Nice play there to force the incompletion. And to me, one thing's for sure. When you're the underdogs and you're playing on the road, you absolutely have to get takeaways. You've got to get the ball from them.
Yeah, win that turnover battle, going to be key. They didn't get one there, but you get the feeling they keep making plays like that, they might just get a few.
Yeah, once you get one, defensive teams think they come in bunches.
So now an early 3rd and 10 here on their opening drive.
Hey, we got 3 down, 3 down.
Jackson from the shotgun. He's going deep for Brown. It's caught inside the 25. And all the way in for a Ravens touchdown. Marquise Brown, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And they are able to strike first here on their opening drive. Tucker with the extra point, and that makes the score 7-0. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. This will be taken in at the 1. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. So here's Dalton and the Bengals now. 1st and 10 at their own 22. This is Joe Mixon, 4th in the NFL in rushing last season. And they're going to have this in a great spot way down in Baltimore territory. A big play there for Cincinnati. 68 yards. And now the Raven defense going to call a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. Our game not even 2 minutes old, but a quick red zone opportunity. They've got a 1st and 10 from the 10. Dalton.
Defensively here, you're facing a top 5 team in terms of points scored in the NFL. So when they're that high-powered, you've got to find a way to hold them under 20. Because to me, that's the magic number. 20-point score gives yourself you give yourself your best chance to win.
So if they're up around 24, 28, 30, they could be in some trouble.
And I think so, because then you turn it into a shootout, and that means your offense has to keep pace.
Now a 2nd down throw for the end zone, but it's incomplete.
All right, Captain. It's batten down the hatches time defensively. Dodged 2 pass attempts to the end zone. Now what do you think they're going to try and dial up on 3rd and goal?
Well, knowing them and knowing what we just seen, I think they're throwing it again, don't you?
I think you have to. I think in this situation, you kind of run out of your running plays, fire another one into the end zone.
A good job there defensively to stop him for a gain of just 4, and that'll bring up 4th and goal. Here's Randy Bullock now as he'll go for the field goal. From the right hash, and this one just a chippy. And Bullock will put this one through. And they are on the board, but still trailing. It's 7-3. So, yes, it's only 3, but at least they're able to answer back after giving up the touchdown to start the game.
Yeah, I like the observation there, because getting some points on the board, very positive for them. Feel a little bit better about things, because if you don't score, you potentially have opened the door for them to score again, and then you're down 14.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. They had the touchdown on the opening drive of the ball game. It was countered by just a field goal. So, hey, if your guys can do that for 4 quarters, you're in good shape.
Yeah, it is a team game, so that's just good complimentary football. But, you know, I know I'm no brainiac, but you trade 6s for 3s, things are going to work out in your favor.
5 yards is the tally on 1st down. That brings up 2nd and 5. Ball on the 30. They'll come up with a 2nd and 5.
57's Mike. Mike 57. Watch the slant. Watch the slant. 57. Mike 57. Up.
Here's Jackson. He's got it to Ingram. Complete. 5 yards on the pickup, and that'll make it 3rd and 1. For Lamar Jackson, his first NFL start came against the Cincinnati Bengals November 18th in Baltimore of last year, and he threw for 150 yards, ran for 119 more as the Ravens won 24-21 to kick off what became a 6-1 final stretch that got him the AFC North title.
Here we go. Here we go. Hey, no. Let's go, Heavy. Heavy, what you got? What you got, Heavy?
Here's carry number 1 for Kenneth Dixon. And brought down, but not before reaching the 45-yard line. It's a pickup of 11 and a Baltimore 1st down.
And that's the big fella's MO right there. Running through tackles, keeping the sticks moving forward. This defense, if you don't bring 11 guys to the ball to try and get him on the ground, he's going to keep making runs like that. I feel the press box shaking every time he touches the rock.
I got you. I got you.
Now Jackson on 1st down. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. That's good for 28 yards.
Well, coaches always talk about finding balance on offense. I don't think you can get much more balance than this. Big-time run, big-time pass.
A 1-2 combination. Looked pretty good.
How about that? Let's see if they can continue to take that kind of a punch, though.
Hey, you don't want to see me. You don't want it. Shoot.
This is Ingram on 1st and 10. And he'll lose yardage here, going down back at the 28. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down.
Anytime you call an inside running play, you just know there should be a lot of congestion there. You're counting on your offensive line to take control of the line of scrimmage. That didn't happen in this case, and that play got bottled up.
Maybe just a slight detour on what's been a strong drive. Here's 2nd and 11. Now it's Jackson under a heavy rush, and down he goes.
But enough takes to start to have a good drive, quite like a big loss on a sack, does it?
Now they're looking at a 3rd and long, and suddenly the momentum shifted to the other side of the football.
And old Mo is a very, very fickle man.
Watch the safety creep. Tight dog. Go.
On 3rd down, Mark Ingram. It'll be a gain of 4, but it won't be enough. It leaves him with a 4th down now. We haven't seen much from him running the football here in this first quarter.
No, you're right about that. We haven't seen much of him at all so far. They've stacked him up pretty well, but when you're trying to run the football, sometimes you got to play the long game. Keep handing it to him, and some of those runs that aren't working now, they turn into 6, 7, 8, and maybe more later on.
And this one looks good. It is good. Right down the pipe. Tucker named the league's all-pro kicker for the 3rd time in 2018.
Go ahead and admit it. The only time that you get excited about Justin Tucker kicking is when he actually misses. And excited is not the right word. Surprise is more what we're talking about. 90.1% coming into 2019. He's incredible.
And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25. Trying to get one more in here before the quarter breaks. Here's Joe Mixon as they start on the ground. And he'll be taken down as that will take us to the end of the first quarter of play. 10-3 our score after 1 here on EA Sports. They'll come up now 2nd and 4 from the 31.
Watch the pass. Kill.
Dalton with a give here to Mixon. And he'll be brought down shy of the 40 at the 38-yard line. 7 yards there and a 1st down.
Boy, he does it at a high level, doesn't he? Because when I watch him, I think of his vision. Straight ahead, peripheral, also has that sense of where holes are going to be before they actually open. I think that helps set him apart from many of the other backs in the league.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Now a handoff here to his running back. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. That's going to wind up a loss of a full 3 yards on 1st down.
Watch out.
Now on 2nd and 13. Dalton, the connection here with Nelson Aguilar. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets him up for 3rd down. They give to Mixon to try to pick it up. And he'll work it across midfield inside the 45. 12 yards that time and a Cincinnati first down.
We don't talk about it very often, but sometimes there's a dip in intensity when you start the second half, which can manifest itself in some sloppy tackling. And how about right there? He ran right through that weak tackle attempt.
So in Raven territory now. Here's a 1st and 10 at the 43. From the gun, Dalton looks to throw. Now he's hit, and Dalton lost the football.
On plays like this where the ball comes free, it's often unusual for the team that lost it to get it back. Because this is a quarterback. The ball gets away from him. Everyone else is trying to execute what they're supposed to do on offense. They're usually looking in the other direction, downfield, or have moved away from him. In this case, though, a teammate is able to come up with the ball.
On 2nd down, here's Mixon. And he's going to be brought down at about the 33-yard line. And he's going to be down close to a 1st down at the Ravens 33. On 3rd down, Mixon.
Brandon, what were they thinking on defense there? They looked like they were playing for the pass. That was 3rd and short. Yeah, it was an easy pickup because they handed it to him. That was way too easy.
Just looked like absolute confusion defensively. Not sure why they were in that set.
Yeah, I'd say you ought to have a few men in the box there.
Switch.
61, matchbox light.
Mixon with a 1st down carry. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line.
Well, Brandon, he's had a great day, but sometimes the other guys make a play against you. What's that expression they like to use in the NFL? Those guys get paid too, you know.
Yeah, in college they say, hey, they're on scholarship too. In the NFL, they're getting paid too. With the day he's had, you can have one go in the wrong direction. Off the play fake to Mixon. This is Dalton. Airing one out for Boyd. And this is taken in at the 5. Give him 32 yards as we inch our way to the 2-minute warning.
That's a great job of working the sideline right there. I love how he tracked the football the whole way. Just reached up and pulled it in. Had excellent field presence to understand where he was in order to make that play happen.
Our score 10-3 with 2 minutes remaining in quarter number 2. A reminder, once we hit halftime, as we do all season, we'll send it down to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have all the stats and scores from games in progress around the NFL.
The best multitasker in the business, the coach.
Back in the end zone, could he get his feet down? No, it's incomplete.
Just looking at it from a defensive perspective, when you break the huddle in the red zone, tight end is one of the guys you've got to key on because quarterbacks want the ball in their hands fast in this position, and they want to get it to someone. And in this case, he had the play. They just didn't complete it.
On 2nd and goal, one man stands in the backfield, and that's Mixon.
93, 52, 93, 44.
And Dalton to throw. Looking for Boyd, and he's got him. Touchdown, Bengals. Tyler Boyd. His 4th touchdown on the year, as they are an extra point away now from tying this football game. Bullock good on the extra point, and we are even at 10 apiece. All level now at 10 apiece as the kick's away. This one fielded at the 5. Now a hit and a loose football. And his guys will take over at the 25-yard line. And careless with a football there on the kick return.
And one thing I love about going to practices is trying to get around coaches and hear their catchphrases and what they really emphasize. We haven't been to a single one yet this year where a guy fielding a kick, you don't hear, tuck it away, tuck it away, tuck it away. And this time, they turned it over.
Ball security eluded him. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. And after the field goal last time, we'll see what they can get here. At least they got points out of the last drive, Charles.
I never met an offensive coach that didn't want to drive to end with a kick. Most of them wanted to end with a PAT, right? In this case, a field goal, they'll take it way better than the alternative, which is a punt.
Yeah, but you met fan bases that wanted that. They weren't happy with that field goal.
I haven't met a fan base yet that wants to drive to end with a kick, other than the extra point. That's it.
Ball on the 30 as they come up 2nd and 10. Out of the gun, they give to Ingram. And he still has yet to get on track in this first half as they're going to stop him behind the line. Officially, it will go as a 1-yard loss, and that's going to lead to a 3rd down.
Mark 38! Mark 38! Mark 38! It's been a long day for you. Off. Mark 38, Mark 38. Time to go, nice.
On 3rd down, Jackson. Well, the two men come together, and it's incomplete. Excellent work defensively, brings up 4th down.
You hear the calls for a penalty, but I just don't think so. I think in this situation, the defender was making sure his guy couldn't hold on to the football. So I don't see anything that warranted a flag.
No, I'm with you. There was contact, but I'm happy they kept that flag in the back pocket.
Let's go!
The Bengals drive about to get going. And we're under a minute to go here in what's been an even first half, all tied up.
Yeah, still time to make something happen, too. A couple completions, you string them together, could get into field goal range. Let's see what happens.
And down right around the 32-yard line, 4 yards on the pickup.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable 2nd down, a very solid gain on that play.
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6.
2 by 2. Move.
Throwing, Dalton. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down.
Trying to get that one to his tight end, and they've been trying to get the ball to him, but as of yet, unable to successfully complete one. But you know there's usually a nice comfort zone in throwing to the tight end. Great sight lines, usually right in the middle of the field.
Now the Bengals on 3rd down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. This will be 3rd and 6. Out of the gun, it's Dalton. And the throw there going to be incomplete. That pass just a little bit off. It looked like maybe he tried to force it in there.
Game speed, always different, no matter what you do in practice. Can't simulate it, right? So your decision-making, everything has to be a little bit quicker. Sometimes it can throw you off until you adjust.
He steps into this one, and this is a rocket. With it is Brown. A very good return there. Give him an even 20 yards. And control of the football, switching hands with very little time remaining until the half. The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. Time here for likely a couple plays if they want it, but with the field position what it is, maybe better suited to just sit on this one?
I'm with you totally. I would sit on it and get into the locker room and start over. But if they do decide to try and make a play, we know what the basics are. You run draw, you run screen. I would maybe run a little swing pass and try and get my lineman out in space and see if they can chop a hole into the secondary and see if he can run a little bit.
Looking to throw on second down. Jackson, he's going deep for Brown. And this will be incomplete. 1 second left to go. Marquise Brown, the rookie, his intended target. Third down here.
Third down and 10.
Now this will probably be the last play of the quarter. This time they stay on the ground. And he's going to be brought down short of the first at about the 31-yard line. So we have reached halftime here at a good one. 10-10 is our score. As we'll get you down the coast to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, and ready to get the party started for the second half. It was an even first half, all tied on the scoreboard. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. They have a chance to break our tie here as we get a look at the first drive of quarter 3.
And it's such a tone setter, isn't it? Because both sides trying to seize momentum to begin the half. What do they have dialed up that'll give them an advantage to move the ball downfield?
Let's find out what they have dialed up. The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7.
Ready?
Passing, it's Dalton. His throw incomplete. Tyler Boyd, the former Pitt Panther, was the target, and it's 3rd down. So, Charles, tie game here. What are your keys as we continue to play this second half?
I know people think it's always trite when you say the same things over and over, but they're tried and true in the game of football. Who's going to block better? Who's going to tackle better? In this case, to me, it's turnovers. You've got to take care of the football in order to win the game.
They head to the line facing a 3rd and 7 following the incompletion on 2nd down.
He's moving. He's
Dalton here from the gun. And that is incomplete. Oh, he had a defender right there with him to force that to the ground. And 4th down now coming up. Here's Kevin Huber now as he'll kick it away for the second time. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. Their defense did its job, yielded no points. Now it's the offense's turn.
And how much fun is that when you set things up to start a half and you just tell you guys, hey, if you can shut them down, get it back for our offense, we can roll. And they played out perfectly. Now, can the offense do what they wanted to do at the half, which is find those weaknesses and now attack them and score some points.
And break this tie. The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5.
Check that. We got Mike 52 right here. Mike 52. You don't want none of that.
Jackson steps away to his left. And he'll avoid the tackle there with a slide. Jackson always a threat to run. He's got the first down. He was the NFL's leading rusher among QBs a year ago. They'll run on first down. It's Ingram. It's another 10 yards on that one and another first down. Baltimore was the most run-heavy team in the league last year after Lamar Jackson took over as a starter. And you think about Mark Ingram. He goes from a situation where he was sharing time with Kamara in New Orleans. Now he figures to be the top guy in the Baltimore backfield, although I guess you could say he's kind of splitting time with his quarterback, Lamar Jackson. But a great veteran presence, Mark Ingram is behind Jackson. Ingram now in his 9th NFL season. Finds Roberts left side. He's got the first down and more inside the 40. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Ravens touchdown. Seth Roberts, his first touchdown on the year, as his guys have now moved out in front. Tucker able to connect on the extra point, and that makes it a 17-10 score. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now, with the game this close, you've got to feel there's a sense of urgency for them going on offense right now. But they have to do it without letting panic creep in and affect their play.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run.
Watch tight, tight ends right. Watch tight, tight ends right.
From the gun, Dalton. Is this intercepted? It is. It's intercepted. Picked off by Patrick Onwuasor. And they are going to set up shop at the 32-yard line. That's now a second interception in as many weeks from his linebacker position.
And think about all the different techniques he has to employ in a passing. Is he spot dropping because it's zone? Is he picking up man-to-man? Is he having to run or tight end? In any event, great eyes, head on a swivel, and excellent hands.
Yeah, versatility and showing those hands. They're throwing to start the drive, but that one incomplete.
Even without a ton of pressure in his face, it just shows how difficult it is to pick apart his own defense. Those guys are sitting back, and they're not playing receivers as much as they're playing the eyes of the quarterback and when he delivers the ball.
Here's 2nd and 10 now from about the 32.
Here we go. Here we go.
Here's Jackson. Going to throw again. The Bengal pressure gets him that time. Down he goes. Now after that sack, it's 3rd and long for Jackson and the Ravens. And now maybe they want some extra time to talk about this 3rd and long play as we'll get a timeout. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this 3rd quarter. A nickel look now for the Bengals as they try to stop him here on 3rd down. From the gun, Jackson. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
I think he had to unload that one before he wanted to. He was right up in his grill. I think he was a dentist there without a license, don't you?
Just not enough time for the play to develop. Just lucky it wasn't a fumble, really. Now Justin Tucker. He has hit from 61 in his career, so he has the leg for this. This will be spotted just shy of midfield, a 59-yard attempt. And his kick is absolutely perfect. And they double him up here. That makes our score 20-10. These kickers now, it used to be that a 50-plus yarder was cause for celebration. Now seemingly automatic.
Yeah, isn't it funny when we prepare for a game, when you look at the backgrounds of these kickers, it's interesting, isn't it, to find out they were all-state quarterbacks, receivers, defensive backs, all-state wrestlers, right? Baseball players. We're finding athletes all along, and now they're just specialists putting it through the posts.
The Bengals drive about to get going. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here. Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28. Now Dalton. Oh, it's a screen pass. That's complete. He finds an opening past the 40 and all the way up to the 45-yard line. That one good for a first down pickup of 18 yards.
When you run a screen pass really well, you got to like the look of it because so many parts come together to make it work well. The offensive linemen where they're faking people out, the back slipping out there, catching the football, then all of them going together as one unit downfield. A really nice pickup.
Well, they're going to get about 3 here out of this first down run, and that'll bring up 2nd and 7. The tackle made by the corner, Jimmy Smith.
At their 49-yard line.
3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. So Dalton now. And on the left sideline, he caught it, but out of bounds, according to the head linesman. Incomplete. So the ball a little late getting there, and it's 3rd down. Throwing the football, he's not as sharp as he was last week when he was over 70%. Right now, he's under 50%.
Well, that comes from extra game film, extra time. You know those guys watched him all week, saw how precise he was, and constructed a defense to try and chip away at that, and thus far they've been successful.
3rd down, a shot here for Dalton. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off here by Jimmy Smith. And the return this time will go out to the 42-yard line.
So that's back-to-back drives where they've thrown an interception. Ordinarily, we look at the offense and say, what's going on with your scheme? Maybe we should look at the defense and just give them a whole lot of credit. They've got them frustrated right now.
The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. And fortunate to get points on the board last time. They had to hit a really long field goal to do so.
The kickers in today's game are so good and so skilled and hit from distances that we almost start to take them for granted. And we can't do that. That's a long field goal that they got 3 points out of. They've got to feel good about that, and they better make sure they love him up because he's helped them out.
Yeah, now we'll see if that offense can put 6 on the board here. We'll see. And that is going to do it for this 3rd quarter of action. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. Throwing on 2nd and 14. Jackson, he uncorks it for Snead. And this is, oh my goodness, he pulled it in one-handed. A heck of a way to start the fourth quarter, just south of 40 yards on the pickup.
Baltimore, first down. 1st and 10 at the 23-yard line.
So the big play gets them all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10.
We got three, fellas, we got three. It's three.
Jackson. And that going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down. First quarter, Charles, you really emphasized the importance of winning the turnover battle as a visiting team, as an underdog. They haven't forced a single turnover in this game.
And right now they're losing, so no turnovers might lead to no victory.
Once again, they'll go from the 23-yard line on 2nd and 10. To throw is Jackson. Throwing again. And he almost had it defensively. Could have been a game changer there in this second half. Instead, it's 3rd down. Boy, the numbers throwing the football just not trending in the right direction. Last week, he was under 50%. He's under 50% again here.
And we haven't gotten an announcement, but it appears to me that he might be a little dinged up and is just trying to play through. You know, he's one of those tough guys that wants to answer the bell each and every play for his team. That might be throwing off his accuracy.
Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
The pressure drops off as they'll look to throw. This will be caught inside the 10. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. He's played a great game. It continues right there, even with this lead, confident to throw the pass and have the reception made.
There's no doubt who the leader of their team is there? There's no doubt who they want to ride all the way to the finish, because strategy would tell you run the football, run the clock down. Instead, they're letting him throw it because they feel that confident in what he's getting done.
And Jackson throwing once more. Dancing to his left. And he is into the end zone for a Baltimore touchdown. Miles Boykin with touchdown number 7 on the year. As the Ravens push further out in front. Now Tucker to add the PAT. And that'll make this a 3-score game as the lead moves to 17. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. This will be taken in at the 1. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here at the 30-yard line. Defensively, you said coming in earlier in the broadcast, the magic number was 20 points for you. That's what you thought they would have to hold this offense to, or less than that. And, wow, they've done that in a big way, haven't they?
And not only have they done it, they put themselves in a great position to win this one because holding them down was paramount. If they could get it done, well, guess what? We see the end result. Right now, they have their eye on victory.
And leading here in the 4th. That'll be marked as a 27-yard pickup. Andy Dalton now a perfect 8 for 8 to start the second half. Not bad. First, look at this. Middle of the field, a breakaway. And all the way in for a Cincinnati score. Nelson Aguilar, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Bengals are able to draw a bit closer. Extra point up and good by Bullock. And that will shave one more off this lead. Now Bullock will send this one away after the touchdown. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. Well, there are 2 scores on the plus side. Still time here in this fourth quarter, but maybe you start thinking about playing keep away?
Yeah, I think here's the situation. You're not thinking touchdowns anymore. You're just thinking first downs. To keep up with your theme there, playing keep away, first downs, they can't touch the ball.
9 yards is the pickup there, and they'll have a 2nd and 1. And when do they start thinking about burning these timeouts? They've got all 3 still defensively.
To me, you have to start right now. Here's the time, and that means you've got to stop them on defense, not give up the yardage, use your timeouts in order to get the ball back and try and score yourself. But now is the time to start using those timeouts.
And keep in mind, it'll also stop the clock at the 2-minute warning. And intercepted. Maybe the turning point they need. Picked off by the Alabama man, Dre Kirkpatrick. And he will score. Touchdown, Cincinnati. Well, don't change that channel just yet. This one may have gotten a bit more interesting.
Put down the remote, put down the clicker. This one looked like it was over. It looked like they were ready to seal the deal. But in doing so, by pitching it around a little bit, it cost them. We could have a great finish.
Bullet good on the extra point. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this fourth quarter. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6. And now the kick is away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. A little less than 4 minutes remaining, and the margin for error is small with this slim lead. Operate within your 4-minute offense here, Charles?
Definitely. Remember, the 4-minute offense doesn't always correspond to what's up on the clock. What they need to do is play a little bit of keep away right now. Run the clock down. Make sure their opponent doesn't get the ball back. Their dream scenario, get enough first downs and make them eat up their timeouts so the game ends when you're kneeling down with the football.
1st and 10 at the 46-yard line.
Some good games going on in the early window. This might be the best of the bunch.
57's the mic. Rock 57. You ain't going nowhere. 57's the mic. 57's the mic. Yo, we got what we got.
Throwing now, Jackson on 1st down. Blitz coming, and down he goes.
Well, that play was the very definition of fast, quick, and in a hurry. Suddenly, he was there.
Yeah, blink of an eye, that happened fast, and a big sack. Three points separating these two sides with 2 minutes left to go in the fourth.
Good job.
So it's Raven football here as we welcome you back. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. To try again after the sack. Jackson. Oh, hit as he throws there, incomplete. This a very important drive, and that incompletion leads to a very important 3rd down here if they're going to try and get the football back.
Yeah, getting it back, absolutely crucial to their chances to try and win this game. I would expect a lot of pressure here. They can't afford to let them continue to get first downs and eat away at the clock.
The Ravens going to use the 2nd of their timeouts. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this 4th quarter of play. Now, this is a big 3rd down, and you'd have to think we'd see a timeout right away if they can't stop them here.
Watch the out. 40's Mike. In your face.
Here's Jackson. And he can't get a throw away. He's taken down. And now with 1:52 to go, we get another pause in the action. A timeout here defensively. Here's Sam Cook now as he'll punt it away for the second time. This will be taken at the 10. It's a 49-yard punt, but subtract 9 there for the return. And the Bengals will take over here 1st and 10. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. And things are starting to move in the right direction. They get the touchdown last drive, then their defense gets them the football back.
Yeah, now they have a chance to get the lead if they can put something together here. I'm eager to see how they decide to do it. They want to be methodical, or do they want to take the big strike and go after it right now?
First down yardage on the first play of the drive, 14 yards. On first down, Mixon. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
Partner, they're clearly saving those timeouts, but they still have to work with some urgency to put themselves in the right position.
At the 32-yard line.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. Play action now. Dalton. That ball's caught. Aguilar right side. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. 15 yards on the play. First down. That's what they need right now. Get the first down, get out of bounds, stop the clock.
Just playing smart football, understanding the situation, making the plays necessary, and making sure that clock stops at every opportunity.
So now Dalton. Wilson snags it left side. They're making steady progress, but I see your face. You're worried about that clock.
I'm worried about the clock, and at some point, you have to have a splash play in there as well.
And this time, he's able to take it down to the 42. The Bengals going to use the second of their timeouts, as the clock will stop with 18 seconds remaining. Dalton wants to throw. Now they go screen. It's complete. And he gets this down inside the 35 before going out of bounds.
Out of bounds at the 33-yard line. It's a gain of 9. Brings up 2nd and a yard.
That last catch short of the marker by just a yard leaves him with a very manageable 2nd and 1. Play action here with Dalton. That is caught at the 7. 27 yards there, a first down.
First and goal, Cincinnati.
They trailed at one point by 17. Now they search for the lead on first and goal. Big spot, Andy Dalton, and it's caught. And he gets halfway there from the 6 to the 3 on a gain of 3. And the stadium clock says 0, but the one on your screen is the one that matters, and the officials say yes, it's a timeout with 1 second left to go and a field goal try forthcoming to potentially send us to overtime. And now we'll get a timeout here. They're able to stop it with 1 second to go in this game. So out comes the field goal team now for the second time here today. With 1 second to go, this to send us to overtime. And this one is right through. It's a little teaching moment here. Overtime rules. Remind us how this goes, partner.
Okay, so in the past, we had sudden death. First team to score wins, but no longer. Now, if the team receives the ball, scores a touchdown, they win the game. If they kick a field goal, though, or don't score, the other team gets a possession. And after both teams get a possession, then we're into sudden death. First team to score wins the game.
And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Bengals drive about to get going. They're set for their first drive here in overtime, and this is where the crowd can really become a factor.
They've had to battle it all day, but I know what you're saying. In overtime, that gets doubled, doesn't it? At least, because now the crowd really wants to be involved and help their team, and that first drive can dictate the whole thing because they know if this team takes it downfield and scores a touchdown, it's game over.
It's been loud in here so far. The last play got just a yard. Here's 2nd and 9 from the 26. So now the first OT throw coming for Dalton. Throwing the out route and complete. It's Boyd. And from the 25, they work this to the 29, a gain of 4. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a 3rd down. Opening drive of overtime, and now facing a 3rd down and 6. Big play coming up. Play fake. Here's Dalton. And that is incomplete. The temptation to go for it probably there. Always is, especially in overtime. Got to punt it, though.
I think you're right. I think that you absolutely have to punt it away and trust your defense, especially play a little field position here. But you're so right about the temptation. Another way to satisfy that, though, line up in punt formation and fake it. That's another way to get it done.
The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. Their defense did its job, got the stop. All they need is 3, and this is over.
Couldn't have done much else other than score themselves and end it. But they turned it back over to them, and now all they need is a field goal to win the game. An excellent job by the defense. Can the offense finish things off?
Yeah, part 1 is done, now part 2. Tackled by Jordan Willis.
2nd and 8 at the 30-yard line.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8.
Bound to lose 1. Switch. 20 weapon. Trump.
Now what can Jackson do here in overtime? Over the middle here to Brown. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. Jackson now, 8 of 17 so far, under 50%. Jackson from the shotgun. Escaping the pressure right. And that's going to wind up incomplete. However, we do have a flag down. Let's check in with our referee. So 1st and 10 now from the 30.
Right. He's tight right here. He's tight on the right. Tight on the right. 3 now. Check 99. Check 99.
After the penalty, it's Ingram. A big chunk on the ground there, 27 yards.
Let's go.
Defensively, you give up the big chunk play there on the ground. Now they really have to bow up.
They certainly do, but I know how offensive linemen think. They don't care that the defense is going to bow up. They want to dominate them. They want to get into the end zone first and have the running back follow them. That's how they want to cap off this drive.
2 big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's 1st and goal. Trying to pound it in with Dixon. And he's into the end zone for the touchdown and the game winner in OT. Now, partner, a great game that we got to see and making it extra special. Not only did I get 4 quarters with you in this one, I got some overtime, a little whipped cream on top.
Look at you, trying to make this whole thing palatable.
I just want you to pay for my meal later.
You really just wanted 4 quarters, what you wanted. But how much fun was that? We had that type of a game where we got us to overtime, and then we get the dramatic ending to finish things off as well. What a game.
So for Baltimore, their strong start to the year continues as they're up to 5-1. And they will hit the road next week to take on the Seattle Seahawks. Meanwhile, for the Bengals, they fall to defeat for the 2nd time this season. And they'll get a chance to redeem themselves at home next week. And for Charles Davis and our entire crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports.